today at Penn's Pastures, we're going to be talking about fencing. And there's a lot to be said, and you can't cover it all in 10 minutes, but my fence is falling apart. And we're coming out of winter and we're going into spring, so we're going to start taking some steps to get it all back together. But first, what we're going to do is feed the horses their afternoon snack. So what I do a lot of times in different horse groups that I belong to on Facebook, they talk about feeding their horses quality hay 24/7, which to me means a round bale, because I don't know how else you get hay 24/7. But I only have two. I'm not going to do round bales, so I do the square bales. And over the winter, I do one bale to two horses throughout the day. And so this is time. They had their morning feeding when I got home from work this morning. Now it's time for their afternoon snacks. So I feed about half of the bale in the morning, and then the other half of the bale is about this big. So I take half of that and I give it to them in the afternoon. This is Missy waiting for her afternoon snack, and that's Jimmy up there. She knows what's coming. So half of this goes in my giant tire. He's the alpha between the two of them, and he dictates where Missy eats. So if he tells her to get the heck out of here, I want her to be able to have hay. So half of it goes in this tire, and the other half goes in this hay bag up here. Now you'll see this hay bag. One thing about me and the way I do things is I look for the easiest, cheapest way to do most anything. And for me, a lot of times that involves using what I already have. So when it comes to hanging my hay bags or putting up fencing, I will use standing trees as much as possible. So what I do here is I fill up my hay bag, I fluff it out in there, anytime I am wondering how to do something, I first try to figure out what I already have. What can I already use before I'll go out and buy something? So what I already have here, instead of putting in a fence post or some kind of contraption, I have a tree. And like most trees, it's got little branches, things that stick out. This little thing here can hold a lot of weight, because all winter long, it has held this bag wrapped around this tree with horses tugging on it all day long. So I wrap it around twice. I take the clip that I have, clip one end here, find another end, clip there. That bag's ready to go. And as you can see on the ground, like we talked about last week, there is a lot of waste with this bag, but it just is the way it is. When we put this place together for the horses, my daughters wanted mostly for it to look good. They didn't want their friends coming over and it being some trashy horse enclosure, which is why you see the white painted posts, and we have this roll, a huge roll of this fencing here. And as you can see, this has just been completely destroyed. This was not enough. We had to have electricity. So later we put this electrical tape, which as you can see is not currently electrified. The only thing right now keeping those horses in is the sense that this tape is somehow prevents them from going anywhere, which of course they could bust through if they wanted to. So we are going to take the steps to fix the problem. The other day I came up here and this piece of fencing, you can see it's not attached to anything, was totally curled up all the way. Really, I have no idea how that happened. So we're just going to start to fix the problem. We'll have to finish up, in the next YouTube video, because it's a big problem. Now, what I do is I carry buckets with me that has everything, hopefully everything that I need. I've got a drill, I've got hammers, pliers, hardware, different types of insulators. These are insulators that we screw into the tree. We've got wire, zip ties. You'll come to realize how much I depend on zip ties. This is electrical rope, which I don't think I'm going to be using today. All right, so this is where we're going to start. We're going to start by just nailing back into the tree, fencing, and then we're going to go all around, take care of it. You're not going to see all that. We'll just show the beginning, and then we'll move on to the next one in the next video. All right, so I'm going to take, Brooke, you can hand me the nails there. I have one trough for the entire area. Their run-in is up there, but the horses are smart. This is where their water source is, so they don't. Here's the nail that it slipped off of.
That's smart to bend it. So.
Yeah, it's pretty much. This is where it was. Just reuse the one I already had, and I'm gonna put one in down here. This is for all you ladies that want to do it, but you're not sure you can. You can, you're just going to make a lot of mistakes, that's all. All right, so we've got it started. This here has not been real good at keeping this tape, electrical tape to the tree because it's coming off. So I'm going to put my tape in it. This is called an insulator. It keeps, if electricity touches anything that grounds it, like this tree, it'll be ineffective. The fence won't work. There will be no electricity going through it. And I've had to Google a lot of things about electricity, a lot of YouTube videos about electricity and fencing and animals. So I don't know very much, but that is one thing that I do know. So right here, this thing, now it's all over the whole area, but this thing just right here laying against that right there, that will render the whole fence all the way up there completely ineffective. So there's one right there that's not effective. It's not working. So she's gonna slide it into place.
So there's no electricity in this.
What'd you say?
There's no electricity in this fence?
No, well the whole fence is. So I'm gonna use this screw it into my tree right there. I really don't think that these are the best insulators, but they're the ones my husband bought, probably because they're not real expensive. I mean, insulating fine, wise they work. This one's totally broken. This one's just broken. So we're gonna put this in reverse. We're gonna take it out of the pole. Come over here, Petra. You always come up against something. This is stripped. I'm only stripping it more. This is a homemade post, by the way. This is a store-bought post that we painted. We probably ran out of these nice ones at some point. This is a tree branch that we also painted and used a post hole digger to get it in the ground, and it's good enough. But you can see that this screw is totally stripped. And this is gonna be my first challenge. Can you get it?
Maybe.
Ah, we got it. We didn't waste any time. We ripped it right off, and we're gonna put another one in. For the entire, since I put this fence up, yeah, when we go through this gate, we duck under this electrical tape because I'm too nervous to cut it and put it on either side of the post because I'm afraid it won't carry electricity anymore. It probably will, but I'm too scared to cut it, so I'm not cutting it. So we're just gonna continue to duck under it until I have the nerve to cut it and see what happens. Try super hard not to strip your screws because then you just have another problem down the line. Screw, insulator. It's okay that it's a little lopsided. It's not the end of the world. So remember, if you run out of fence posts, you got any woods, any trees, look around. If you've got something that can just be used as a fence post, that's been there for probably a year, 2 years now. It's been a faithful post. Okay, go ahead, put on in the insulator.
This is always the hard part for me.
Yep, there you go. It does take a little bit of finger strength, I agree. Slide it. Even sometimes a little hammer. There you go. Okay. Is that one working still? So we just need to get that one together. Finger strength. When you have your buckets full of your supplies or whatever it is you carry, always have wire cutters and scissors, because sooner or later you're going to need to cut something up. Here's another one. This is clearly something that I just tried to get us through the winter, and it's just a mess. So I'm gonna try and, there we go. Cut the zip tie. Okay, we're gonna take this off.
Oh, that one's broken.
This one's broken too. There you go, a little bit more. Great, good job. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Can you get it out? Good. All right, the one on the bottom. You'll notice that I put the fence, half of it on the other side of the post to keep it in. Have you ever done this before?
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect. That was great. There you go. Wait, that's it. You're doing it. Wow, perfect. All right, we've got way too much slack here, as you can see. I probably could have used another post between that one and this one, but. Okay, so I've done the whole length of this fence right there since we started. It's not taken me too long. But I wanted to show you that even something as simple as a branch that fell down in a storm, touching the electrical tape, and then this branch is also butting up against this wire, which of course is going down to the ground. That is enough to ground the fence and make the electricity not flow properly. So every now and then you got to walk the fence and get rid of everything you see. This one's good. See that it's not touching? And I've maneuvered the electrical tape. It's in front of this tree. It's behind that tree, and then it's even behind the trees up there. This is Petra grooming Missy. Okay, here we are again, a little further up, and you can see that I have used a stake here that's got a lot of lean to it, unfortunately, but that's okay. And it's got this pool noodle insulating the electrical tape from touching this pole. But this one does not. This right here would screw the electricity for the entire fence. So I've got two choices. I can either just let this go behind it, which actually is probably what I'm gonna do, to be honest with you. I was gonna, you know what I'll do? I'll put a pool noodle here just so you see what I do. So this pool noodle is a little bit bigger than I need it to be. All right, so I've got my pool noodle. I should have scissors, which I don't. So I'm gonna break this in half.
I think you do.
Okay, well, oh well. Okay, so I'm gonna use this little bit of pool noodle here. I'm gonna put this little bit of, and these kind of disintegrate over time, but for now it's good enough. I'm gonna put this pool noodle here. And then I'm gonna take my handy dandy bag of zip ties. And real tight there. That could have been a little tighter. And make an X there. There. 2 more done. So I'm going to go on the rest of the way, but I just want to at least show you how to use a pool noodle in a pinch as an insulator.